Alright guys, we have another mixed coin hunt. For me it's been a while since I've done one, and I know I've said that I've done a lot of them lately, but this is kind of an interesting batch of coins because this has kind of just been extra coins that were too much to do, or extra coins that were left over from another hunt, or coins that I've gotten from my local chase. In fact, a lot of this actually has been from my most local chase. In fact, I'd say I think almost all of the quarters came from the chase. Most of these custom wrap nickels, these dimes. Again, another hunt where I didn't get very many dimes. Banks just didn't really have them. And some customer wrap pennies, and then the bank wrap stuff I think is the oldest stuff here. That stuff I've had for almost a month. As you can see, one of these machine wrap penny rolls has a wheat penny ender, so that's kind of neat. But yeah, kind of an odd mix here. We have a total of 400 in quarters. And I did a lot of quarters mainly because I've really been trying to score something in quarters. It's been a while since I found a West Point. So we'll see. Who knows? I don't want to get my hopes up, though. I think like 35 maybe in dimes. A total of, I think maybe a little less than $20 in pennies, maybe like $17.50 or so. And then about $80 in nickels. So nickels and quarters are definitely the bulk here. But I'm going to get started with the pennies, and I'll move all the way up to the quarters, and we'll see what we can find. Alright, well, I decided to start on the machine wrap pennies because we have that ender, so I'm just going to go ahead and open it live. So, yeah, wheat penny ender right there. I'd say 40s. Those 40s can sometimes look older than they are. But let's just see. Let's see if it really is anything crazy interesting. Alright, so there it is. 1945 out of Philly. Man, I had these machine wrapped ones for so long, and so it's like, man, that ender was left unknown for a long time, but we finally figured it out. So I don't see any other Wheaties in this roll. Copper is decent. But yeah, we'll keep going. Alright, well man, those first machine wrap rolls were very, very rough. We did not get any other finds, except for this really weirdly toned 1984. It's got some crazy, got a crazy look to it. But I got a Canadian in this roll. Right here, so finally got something. 1992, it's pretty beat up, so we'll keep going. Alright, I'm on roll number 6 of the custom wrap rolls, and I got a Wheatie. Got one right here. 1956 out of Denver. So we are going to get at least one more, and we still have about 13 more rolls to go. Alright, well, last roll of the custom wrap we were doing. Again, we haven't really been doing that well, but we got a rather nice wheat penny in the very last roll. So let's see. It's a 58 out of Philly, but it's in pretty decent shape. And then we did get 2 more Canadian coins, a 72 and a 99. Alright, let's move on to the nickels. Alright, I'm on roll number 3, and I immediately see, unfortunately, 2 different things. First thing is, unfortunately, someone decided to put 2 pennies in the roll. But I see a 1958, at least. First oldie, 58 out of Denver. And let's just see if we can spot any other... 63. Alright, let's keep going. Alright, this roll got 2 more 50s on roll 5. 56 Philly, and a 52S. I think a little bit lower minted, maybe. Alright. Let's keep going. Alright, I got my first 40s right here, and it looks like a 1942. It is not silver. It's out of Philly. But that's our first 40s of the night. And let's, again, just see if we can identify anything else in here. Just going really quickly. I don't see anything, but we'll keep searching. Alright, I'm on roll number 10, and I see at least one find, maybe two. This one kind of looks old. Yeah, that definitely looks old. 47. 47 out of Philly, and then I also saw and another penny. Been stacking up those. That's number 3. We got a 48 here. 48 out of Philly, as far as I can see. It's got some gunk on the mint mark, but oh, 62. Thought that was another oldie. We're doing pretty good so far. For only 10 rolls in, that's actually pretty good. So we'll keep going. Alright, I am on roll 19, and I actually have 2 finds in this roll. I got this one that was reverse facing. It's actually a really nice 1958 out of Denver. And then we also had a 1953 out of Denver as well. Right there, and then let's just see if there are any others. I don't see any others. In the last couple rolls, we did get a couple more in the 50s also. A 54S and another 53 out of Philly. So, yeah, we're doing pretty good with finds. Hopefully we can get something a little older. Alright, I got another 40s. Very next roll. 1941 out of Philly. Oldest of the nickels. Let's keep going. Alright, I'm onto the machine wrap rolls now, and I just realized that this ender is a 1940. So I was starting to open it, and I thought, why not do it live? Alright. There's a kind of dark one right there. We'll see about that. 1940 out of Philly. Our new oldest. Let's just see. I don't see anything else in the roll. Alright, we'll keep going. Alright, I got a foreign that is not... Alright, well, I'm not sure what happened there, but what I was saying was I got a foreign in this machine wrap roll that I don't usually find. It's not Canadian, and I found it in one of the machine wrap rolls. It is a 5 cents from 1999 from Bermuda, so we will take it, and we'll keep going. Alright, I got another couple finds here, and pretty excited because we got a 1939 as one of them. I've already seen the back. It was reverse facing. There's no mint mark, unfortunately. But it is a 30s. And a previous roll, by the way, I did get a 1951 out of Philly. So, just so that I put that on there. And then we also got a 1949 that looks like it's in pretty good shape. 49D. That's in pretty good condition there. Alright, as far as the rest of it, 64. Those 64s always trick you. Alright, let's keep going. Alright, I'm on the last roll of nickels, and got another 40s. 1946 out of Denver. So, we got a good mix of years. Unfortunately, I was hoping that we would find something, maybe a semi-key date or a silver. But we still have a little of about 7 dime rolls and a bunch of quarters to go. All right, guys. Well, we went through every single roll of those quarters and didn't get anything super cool. Man, this is definitely one of the most rough mixed coin hunts I've done in a long time, because I mean, the only redemption we had in this hunt was a little bit, and it was the nickels. And the nickels did give us a decent amount of finds, but for $80, I definitely expected to get a silver or a buffalo or something. And I mean, a lot of those coins were from my most local chase, so I wonder, maybe some of those coins were searched. I mean, usually when I get searched coins, they either have marks on them or are already in boxes. But who knows, like, these rolls could have been taken out of a searched box. But either way, this was I mean, even with the nickel finds, I gotta say, it was a pretty dismal hunt, to be honest. And I'm really disappointed that I held on to these coins so long, thinking that I was gonna get a bunch of good stuff, because they were all, all different types of rolls for the most part, all customer wrapped, and man, that was rough. So I'm probably going to add this on to another hunt. Definitely don't think there's anything too good to post alone here. If I end up not getting other coins in a while, then I might, but I'm doing a big return at my local chase tomorrow, and I'm going to return at another chase tomorrow, and I'm going to return a bunch of this stuff. So who knows what I'll probably tack on whatever I get in the next week or two to this. But man, this was a rough hunt. The only thing that was actually kind of cool in the quarters. Oh, and another thing, before I talk about the quarters, there was, what was up with the misstuffed rolls here? A lot of the quarter rolls were like 1 or 2 quarters short, which in turn left me like at least a few dollars short, because they're quarters. The nickels had pennies stuffed in them. A couple of the quarter rolls had dimes in them. Like, I mean, it was insane. I mean, it's like I probably lost a lot more money than I gained here. And the only real gain from this hunt was the copper pennies that I pulled out in the pennies. But the only really cool things that I pulled out in the quarters was I got my first 2025 quarters, which is, it's kind of neat. I actually got 3. There were more than 3 of each in there. But I usually pull 3 out because I put one on my album. I put one in a set that I create. I create a set for each year in my own little mini mint set, and then just another one to have. So that was kind of cool. I found 2 different designs on my first 2025. This one is Juliette Gordon Lowe, right there, and this one is Ida B. Wells. I looked at it briefly and I thought they were the same one, because they do look very similar, but they are different. So we got 3 of each, all Denver, 2 of the different 2025 designs. So I guess that's kind of cool. I did find a couple nice state quarters that I'm trying to build because I already have a state quarter set that's completely uncirculated, but I'm trying to build a second uncirculated set, so there was a couple nice 06 state quarters in there. So, and then I also did get a fairly nice 1981D. Not sure if I'll keep that or not. Probably not. As far as other side finds, we got a nice 2009 in pennies, a couple nice coppers from the 60s. We got a relatively nice 1982D small date. It's a Zinken, but I don't see the small date ones too often, especially in good shape. And then that strange toned 84 that I showed earlier in the hunt. But as far as the real finds go, with the pen, and again, also, not only were the rolls misstuffed, the nickels, for $80 we didn't get any silver or buffaloes, but the pennies were also quite a disappointment. For Canadians, we got a 1999, not copper, and then these 2 are copper, a 92 and a 72. Best find of the pennies, I'd say, is this fairly nice 1958. It's got a bit of red. It's got some discoloration on the front, but overall it's not that bad. So that's the best find of the pennies, I'd say. And then we got a 56 and a 45. And then as far as nickels go, in the 50s, 2 from 58D. This one in pretty good shape. So that's I guess a decent find. 56, 54, 253s, 52, 51. And I'm not mentioning the mint marks because they're not anything too interesting. The 49, 48, 47, 46, 42, which again is kind of another notable one. Not silver though, 41 and 40. So we got a good mix of dates. Almost every year in the 40s covered, except for the silvers, obviously. But, so I guess that was kind of cool. And then I'd say the best finds of the nickels are this 1939 Philly. I always like finding the 30s. And then, you know, I like finding different foreigns, too. Bermuda. 5-cent piece. So that was cool. And again, we did get a decent amount of copper in those rolls. I'd say maybe at least 2 or 3, maybe 4 rolls worth total. So I guess that was okay. But man, I really thought that these coins were going to produce something more. But so that way, this footage doesn't take too long. I'm going to end it here. Thank you guys for watching, and I'm going to tack this on to another hunt, probably. Alright guys, we are going to continue this video. As you guys know from the last few clips, I filmed what I thought would definitely be a video, but unfortunately the hunt wasn't that great. But I am going to tack this on. I actually got these, I'm actually filming the very next day. I got these coins from, well, all of these pennies, most of these quarters, I got from my local Chase. They've been having a lot of customer wrapped coins right now. And then these 3 rolls of nickels, dimes, dollar coins, and this machine wrap stuff all came from another bank. Now, I will say that I don't know if I'm going to hunt all of these pennies, because I am getting to another bank tomorrow, and I'm trying to decide if I should hold on to some of these and maybe try to get a bunch more customer at pennies and maybe do like a big customer at penny hunt. So I don't know. I'm including all the pennies in the intro because I'm not sure if I'm going to hunt them or not. I'll probably set some of them aside. So even though I'm showing all the pennies in the intro, I probably won't hunt all of them in this video. I'll probably in fact, maybe I might even hunt like this batch here and then hold on to these. Who knows? But I'm including it all just to show you. There is something interesting about this though. So the second bank had machine wrapped rolls, and machine wrapped coins, I don't know the last time I've gotten uncirculated machine wrapped coins. I know I've gotten uncirculated pennies a few times, but this is the first time in forever that I got uncirculated quarters, and obviously I would prefer circulated, but I just think it's kind of interesting. This is like the first time in forever that I got brand new quarters, and the unfortunate thing, I mean, they are 2025s, Juliet Gordon Low, but I just found some of these in my last hunt, so it kind of sucks that I ended up finding some the previous clip, because it kind of would have been cool to find them in uncirculated rolls for the first time. However, because these are in uncirculated rolls and really have never been touched, and the 2025s that I got in the mixed tower and custom wrap rolls, I'm probably going to just toss those back and open these rolls and pick some out of here, because the quality of the coins should be better in these rolls. So yeah, they're all 2025Ds. It's kind of hard to see, but they're all 2025s. And then I got some uncirculated pennies here, and I was hoping that because I had gotten some uncirculated 2025 quarters, that I'd get some uncirculated 2025 pennies, because those are a little bit more, those are lower minted. I'm fairly certain. Obviously, we're only about halfway into 2025, actually more than halfway. But I think the pennies are going to be limited minted. Unfortunately, most of the rolls are actually 2023s, which is insane to me that I'm still getting those. But one of the rolls is actually an uncirculated roll of 2025s. Now, unfortunately, the end coin here has the Ring of Death on it, and it's got a really severe scratch on the face there. But yeah, an uncirculated roll of 2025s, and I don't think I'm gonna open this because normally I would, because I'd probably want to pick some nicer ones out for my album, but unlike the quarters, this is only a penny roll, so I don't mind keeping it sealed and holding on to it. Because I assume the uncirculated rolls go for a little bit on eBay. So, I mean, I'm not going to sell this. There was one other roll that was both reverse facing. So, this could be 2025. It's most likely 2023s, though, because the other 4 rolls here are uncirculated 2023. So, that one probably is also. But I'll open this one just to make sure. But that is actually kind of a cool find in itself, because those are better coins. People are holding on to those. So I'm going to get started. I'm going to get started with the quarters, actually, because last time we started with the pennies and didn't do so well. So maybe starting with the quarters changes something. So we'll get into those, and I'll bring you in on my first find. Alright, guys. I am very, very excited. I'm on dimes. Quarters, once again, struck out. So we struck out on another, like, what? I mean, obviously not including the machine wrap, because those were knowingly uncirculated. I did pull out 3 and replace the 3 that I had kept from the last hunt, because those are in better condition. But man, that's over $500 in custom wrap quarters that I haven't really found anything in. And I get the feeling that a lot of them might be searched. A lot of these might be, because I've gotten a lot of rolls that are like this type. And a lot of ones that are this type. These ones are new. I have not seen those ones in a while, but I have a feeling a lot of them are searched. But man, I should have checked the enders, because look at that. Right on the end of this roll, there is silver. On the end of this dime roll. It does not have a mint mark, so it wouldn't have been a giveaway on the back. 1961. We did it. We got silver in the dimes. How awesome. And I only got, like, what, 30-some dollars from this bank? That is a great find. And it's been a while since I found a silver dime in a roll, so I will take it. And you know what, while we're here, let's just do the last one live. Just in case, I'm going to check the ender. Let's just do the last one. See if lightning can strike twice. I don't see any silver in that roll. But I'll go through both of these and bring you in if I get anything else. Alright, I went through all the nickels and didn't find anything. The only thing I found that was kind of funny was this one had a hole in it. So, kind of interesting. Oh, and this... Unfortunately, we got another nickel in the quarters. But I just wanted to say, I went through that one roll that was both reverse facing, and this roll was about 50-50, 20-25 pennies. These rolls did actually have a bunch of 20-25s in them. So I actually am going to open all of these, just to make sure, and see if these ones are also a mix of 2023s and 2025s. Incidentally, this roll also had a 2020 in it, so these actually don't look completely uncirculated. I have a feeling what's going on here is they were just trying. Because the 2025s are a little bit limited mintage, they were trying to fill up the rolls and maybe stuck in a few 2023s and a few Stragos. So I'm going to go through these and see if that's the same case. But I am going to open this because it's making me think that this isn't an uncirculated roll of 2025s, and that because these are a mix, this one just happened to be an end coin. So I'm going to open all 5. You know what? I'm going to open all 5 of these. I'll start with these 4, and we'll see. But these ones did have 2025s in them. Alright, I finally got my first wheat penny. I decided in total to hunt. We have one, two, three. I decided to keep $6.50 out of the 20 total dollars, which I know seems like a big cut. And honestly, if I end up not getting really many more fines, I might bring in a few more dollars if we're really not getting anything else. But I did get a Wheatie here. 55D. And I will say I did go through those rolls, and I was right. That one that I thought was an entire roll of 2025s was a mix, so I'm glad that I opened it. And yes, these are nickel tubes. I don't have any penny tubes right now. But there were, I'm not sure how many a nickel tube would fill. More than a penny tube, I'd imagine. So we have at least 3 rolls, and then we have some loose ones up here. So those rolls were a mix, but I did get a bunch more 2025s. And I'm probably going to hold on to those at least until probably the late months of the year, just because I don't know what the end mintage is going to be. So, yeah, we'll keep going. Alright, we got a Canadian here, very next roll. 1991, not very old, but yeah, let's just see if I can identify any other finds. Oh, there's a dime. I've been finding dimes in the rolls too. This is actually my 3rd one so far. So we're starting to make up for those quarter rolls that are my enemy right now. Quarters feel like my enemy in these last few hunts. All right, let's keep going. All right, second to last roll, and we did get another wheat penny. 1944 out of Philly, so that is one in the 40s and one in the 50s. Alright, let's get into that last roll. Alright, so we finished with all those rolls, and I mean, honestly, it went better than I thought it would. I decided to not include any more pennies because this can be a video. I mean, the last hunt, wasn't, the last set of clips weren't that great of a hunt, and we didn't get that many finds, but we ended up getting silver, so can't really ask for more finds than that. Man, you know what? I think I just need to get off these quarters at my local Chase. Man, that's, I think 500 and I don't even know how much, like $560 worth of quarters. I need to lay off these quarters for a while. And obviously, the pennies would have been nice but to be fair, we only had a little over $5. And 2 pennies out of like 12 or 13 rolls isn't insane. Like, it's not something that is like crazy bad. Realistically, it's what I would expect. And, the quarter's not producing anything wasn't too surprising. And we only had 3 rolls of nickels, so that's not that surprising either. But the dimes are really what stole the show, obviously. So I did, as I said, I did put these in tubes. Again, I don't have any penny tubes, so I put them in nickel ones. I put them tightly packed in there too, so that way they wouldn't move around, because obviously since this is a nickel tube, they fit looser in there, but I decided to put 1 extra penny in there so that way they wouldn't move around, and as you can see, they don't move around. So I will hold on to those, and there's some loose ones here as well. And then those 3 2025 quarters that I pulled out of those machine wrapped rolls. And then the pennies, as far as the pennies go, we got the 1991, I believe. Yeah, 1991. And then as far as wheats, I don't know why it's not focusing now. It was focusing before. We got a 55D. For some reason, the light seems a little dim. I'm not sure what's going on there. And then a 44 out of Philly. So, and then the star of the show, obviously, is that silver dime that was an ender. It was an ender on one of those rolls. And for only 6 rolls of dimes, that is pretty good. And in total, as far as the total amount of dimes I've done in this video entirely, that's a little over 10 rolls of dimes, maybe like 12 or 13 rolls total. So getting the silver in just over $50 is pretty dang good. So, yeah, and it's been a while since I found a silver dime in a roll, so it's nice to see it. And, I'll take it. Alright, I'll end this video here. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.